Well, good morning. I'm getting tired of talking about you-know-who, so I'm going to start off with a different story. Uh, let's go see Wimbledon. Carlos Alcaraz just did a four-set victory over Taylor Fritz, so the American is out. On the women's side, the American star, Amanda, I can't pronounce her last name, Anisimova, will take on five-time grand champ Inga Swiatek. So what else is going on? Let's see what other sports we can come up with. It's kind of like I get tired of talking about Trump because it's the same old thing and nobody's doing nothing about it. You know. Let's see what we're looking at here. Some guy, Abreu from the Red Sox, the first player since '58 to hit inside the park home run and grand slam in the same game. Sometimes I wonder if these guys are really playing. The Knicks hire Mike Brown as a new head coach. Let's see, some trades made. Justin Tucker, kicker for, I believe, the Ravens, record-setting kicker, suspended 10 weeks for violating the league's personal conduct policy, which can mean just about anything. Got caught doing a hand job in the bathroom. There's all kinds of stuff, That's why I don't like that particular call. You got Travis Kelce's talking about that's quite possibly being this is last year. I hope so, because unless he could come back and be twice as big, be his original self this year, and even then, I think if that's the case, it's time to go. CNN's doing a thing about Pete Rose's life and pictures. I watched him play. Charlie Hustle, great ball player, got caught betting. They said it was because he bet on his own team. Well, I don't know that they've ever truly proved that, but there are a lot of players that bet on their own team. They just don't do it on the phone by themselves. They go out and do it with somebody else's like an agent, or not even an agent, somebody they know, a good friend. Okay, let's try this one. And there we go. I know I'm doing this on the fly today, so because I'm getting sick again. And I'm not really happy about that. I got some, big headline. Trump is going to be a FIFA's landlord. They're moving an office in the Trump Towers. He's, when he's done and everything collapses because of him, that was his, turns to shit, a lot of people are going to get screwed. They said Belichick was, do you remember Bill Belichick, coach of the Patriots, greatest coach I've ever seen, 73 years old, his 24-year-old girlfriend may be his biggest off-field liability. Dude, I'll take that liability. If he gets a blowjob once before he dies, that's worth the whole friggin' stinking shit, Now they're letting Trump involved in the play for pay rules in college football. And Pete Rose is officially reinstated. And that man owns just about every hitting record there is, except for home runs. It's about the only thing Trump ever did that we agree on together. I think he should always have been because I just think there's people worse than him out there. Trump's going to get involved in sport. The President of the United States should stay out of college sports. I mean, and one of the things they're talking about also is that LeBron is getting old. Well, of course he's getting old. They all get old. That's just part of sports, Oh well, I tried to stay completely away from this moron, but I can't do it. So, let's go talk about him, shall we? He's, what is going on there behind me? Oh, nothing, I guess. It has a tendency to come across my face. I don't know why. Oh, it just cut my head in half. And it's a black line you're looking at right above my head. Anyhow, he put another completely unqualified person into a position as an ambassador. This guy's is a super misogynist. He is loves Hooters. He just loves hanging out with the guys, keep the women away. The guy's just sick. But that's normal for Trump. The guy probably these people are buying these positions in the government. Right? And they're unqualified to do the job, and all they're doing is ripping off the government, and you know that. If you don't know that, then you're crazy. I mean, they've been doing it their whole lives. They're going to stop now? No. It's just, this is what they do. They steal, they lie, they cheat, they get, You've got these people that are in positions that they shouldn't be in. They're just the head of NASA has no experience in space technology. He's a transportation secretary or something like that. Assistant transport. I don't know what he is, but he's temporary head of NASA. And all these guys are doing is just robbing them. This government, if it stays the way it's run, if it continues on the path it's running, it'll be a bankrupt totalitarian government. And the only people that will have money will be Trump and his friends. The rest of us are going to be shit out of luck. See, that's one of the money aspect is one of the reasons I'm against Bitcoin. Because it gives them control over your finances that they don't have now. All right, they know every dime you have and where it is and how you're spending it. And to me, there's some things that I don't want people to know I'm spending money on, or how much I'm spending on certain things. But I don't think it's any of their business. But if I can't use cash, well, then we're going to have a problem. I don't see how that's going to happen, because the fees involved in Bitcoin will make it just not, what's the term I'm looking for, compatible to the average individual. But we'll see what happens there. Like I say, I only got 2 or 3 years left on this planet. So, unfortunately, my last years aren't going to be the way I wanted them to. So, I have to wait and see. Shit, I'm getting sick. I will not be sick. Not going to happen. All right. We'll see how that works out tomorrow. What else can I talk about? I think I don't know. I like when I watch tennis, and I watch tennis a lot. I used to watch Chrissy Evert and the girls play, because the game was so much more exciting. The men, it's like bang bang, it's over. The particular, what they call a volley. Girls can keep going for a while because they don't hit as hard, but they're technically superior. And their reflexes aren't. You don't get one or two people. What everybody says. Well, what about what's her name, Venus or whatever her name was? I can't remember. I think it's Venus. Something. Or was that her sister? But anyhow. Steffi, not Steffi Graf. She was over 6 foot tall. She had a man's muscular physique, and she was very. Don't get me wrong, she was technically good, but she was just overpowering, and it just wasn't an equal match with a lot of the other players in the world who are more. I hate to do this. Let's say more feminine in appearance, Some of them were even, did modeling at the time. So it's a very strange situation in the women's tennis. But now it seems to be back to where it's equaling itself out again. It doesn't appear to be a dominating superstar that's going to be there for years, which is fine. I think that's the way it should be. I think there should be change, That's the big complaint about the Yankees, that they sit around and they win everything all the time. They always win, they always win, they always win. That kind of upset a lot of people, though, And I find that, I don't know whether that's the way it should be or not, But it's the way it happened. So, anyhow, I'm starting to put my music into the computer and whatnot. I'm getting a hard drive to put it all on. And that'll take care of that, So what else do I have going on? I had problems with my bank. That seems to have straightened itself out. I don't know how. Somebody's apparently messing with my stuff, so I don't know. I don't know what else to say, or what else to do, really. I'm going to do some more wood carving today and tomorrow. But I haven't got any answers. I wish I'm sitting here and I have a lot of things I can say, but I have no answers to the things I'm going to say. And I go, why should I annoy people on their weekend? The weekend's coming up, You just saw Lucy getting comfortable over there. It's just, there she is. You can see her now, looking around. She's a good girl, She's cute as can be. Everybody loves her. I've never had a dog that everybody loved like this. It's ridiculous. I guess when you have something, you don't look at it the way other people look at it, I look at her, she's a loving friend. That's it. My wife is still sick. That's why I'm trying to stay healthy. Don't know why. She doesn't care if I get sick. She doesn't care about anything anymore. It's a shame. Well, I guess what I'm going to do now is say to you people, I can't read that. I have to put that back up there for a minute. Okay, there you go. I have to say that it's time to hit the subscribe button. I would really dearly wish you would. I'm going to do depending on how I feel, I'm going to do live broadcast Tuesday, either in the morning or the evening. I'll let you know what time. And you can watch me and throw insults at me while I'm on the air. That's cool. Maybe we'll do something like Howard Stern, where he's fighting with everybody. I never liked him. I liked Don Imus. I was always a fan of Don Imus. Just because of the people he liked and the things he did with the people he talked to and whatnot. I thought that was pretty good. All right, so listen, that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow.